Hey, it's not that bad, officer. He was a white Christian right-winger. We should be throwing a cake party. Seriously, guys? Is this seriously the new narrative? I mean, I always laughed at conservatives being so close-minded, but this is something else. It feels so strange that the left just dipped their cards this visible. I mean, sure, they haven't had much problems being visible, but the past few months have been rather crazy. Charlie got shot, a Goonin epidemic is on the rise, AI is threatening to take over the world, there's a beastie— wait, what? There's actually something good too? Why would they report something like that on the news? We all know news don't tell us stuff so that we can know. They tell it to us because they can keep us hooked and traumatized. They are built to feed us negativity at every step. Just take a look at Charlie. Buddy got vampire kissed with a 30-year six that had some 5-year-old humor written on it, and the next day BBC starts writing about what a horrible right-winger he is. And it might just be a theory, but I think that this hate alt-right promoted by the news is something that truly twisted this cocksnuts narrative of Charlie, and along that of the rest of the left. But I just don't really get this line of thinking. Like, what exactly is the ideal leftist world supposed to look like? Is everyone just gay? Have fun trying to turn the low birth rates up? Is every meal just gluten-free bread with some cockroaches on it? Or perhaps some vegan steaks with soy sauce? Well, I mean, at least this whole body positivity and obesity problem ends. Is everyone driving electric cars? To me, it simply seems like more profit to you, musky boy. You know, your second worst enemy. Is free speech a thing? Well, leftists hate each other as much as others, so no. Are most people trans? So which one of you don't have a dong? Not because I'm not gay, but men are the oppressing ones. Why would any leftist woman want to transition to a man anyway? No, whatever the ideology is, it's not a secret that it's pretty ludicrous. I used to think that Hassan and Destiny were just special occasions. You know, wanting violence for the right, tasering their dog, and allegedly trying to fiddle with a minor. But it seems that the left has truly now adapted to this way of thinking. I mean, why else would they glorify Charlie's death? When his death is ever brought up, there are always the few grieving and a lot of people just trying to justify it. He supported Israel. Yeah, well, he was a Christian conservative. He said that rape women need to carry their babies. Well, yeah, he doesn't approve of babies being killed. He believes in God and tradition. So what? You believe in the gender spectrum and star signs. Look, there are a lot of people that I don't like, but I couldn't imagine them getting shot in the neck right in front of me simply because of hatred. And how exactly does being a hypocrite or pro-Israel justify getting shot? He was a father and a husband, not Hitler. These events have definitely hit close to me. Not because I like Charlie or something, it's just that I always held some grudge with the left. Even when I was a little boy in school, I was always thinking, gender wage cap? Never heard or seen that one. Global warming caused by humans? Really? I thought the globe has been warming since the last ice age. Black folks are oppressed? Is that why my friend doesn't ever leave his house? We are all voting together. Sure. Until I actually have a good idea, like nuking the White House. Look, mates, I don't really like insulting someone's way of life, but whenever I hear vegan or democratic, I can't help but think how miserable that way of life is. When you're mentally so unstable that even the slightest of things can offend you, I just don't think that you should be taken that seriously, or even worse, given political power. But since we have, how about we throw in some regulations? You know, the same way that conservatives can use the Bible to live their life because it's sexist or something. Maybe we could regulate how many roads leftists are allowed to block or how many buildings they're allowed to vandalize. Or maybe every Thursday afternoon we hold a "he's a boy and she's a girl and there is no more" lesson. Just enough to get the salt to pile up. Now, it's not any surprise that the left was ruining their reputation by pushing their ideologies already before all of this Charlie stuff, but I don't know how well they can recover from this. I mean, sure, the internet forgets fast, but this might also be a complete turning point. That being said, I don't think that Trump's America is much better than the liberal one. And you know, it kind of puts this whole political stuff into perspective. I've had some people think I'm irresponsible for thinking that voting is stupid, but can you really blame me when America reminds me of a circus? And sure, a lot of people, including me, like to think that it's just America, but then you look at the countries like the UK and you wonder, where did we go so wrong? Like, I used to think that Finland is so much different, but unfortunately this country likes to adapt the American political ideology. I once told this chick that was constantly praising gay people and how important they are that, you do realize if we were all gay we would go extinct? And she went ballistic. I don't even have enough fingers to count how many insults she called me, but the last thing I remember she said, "I'll make sure my future husband doesn't think that narrowly." And all I could think was, wait, don't you have a girlfriend? You want a husband on top of that? And I'm also pretty sure that gay dudes aren't into girls. I mean, sure, she called herself non-binary pansexual, which in her mind makes her not a girl and open for anyone. But to be honest, the only reason I think she was that way was because she was fat, which is also a recurring thing with these people. Man, Mr. Blue Hair of you is a symptom or a cause for your obesity? Now I'm more interested in knowing what you guys think. Is the left out for good, or is there some cool redemption arc coming up? Let me know in the comments, and also what you think overall of the situation.